We begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, welcome to our third and final review of the week, which means we had a bunch of small games. Um, this time it's Dungeons Forever. So first up, this is a free game, a completely free game. You can go and download it on Steam right now. It doesn't cost anything. It's not free to play or free to start or any of those wormy terms. It doesn't have any DLC. It doesn't have any microtransactions. It's completely free.
What it does have is almost entirely user-generated content.
Yes. Outside of the first level, which is always going to be the introductory level built by the developer Time Drop Studios themselves.
Well, the first level, every 10th level is a level that's just 3 chests.
Right.
And then when you die, you technically go into another level.
The point is, the meat of this game is generated by the community. Think of this, it's basically indie Super Mario Maker. Not nearly as robust or refined.
I mean, there are plenty of platforming and stage gimmicks that you can use.
Right.
There are switches that switch on and off different colors of buildings. There are different kinds of enemies.
Mm-hmm.
There are blocks that phase out when you stand on them. There are blocks that you can pass through in one direction but not the other.
Right.
There are stalactites that fall at different speeds.
Yeah.
And your character has a stun gun and then a very limited number of actual bullets that you can use to actually kill enemies.
Mm-hmm.
The stun gun is unlimited.
Yes. And yeah, it's it may not be as robust as a Super Mario Maker, but it's still fairly robust for a completely free tool set. Now, as far as the whole forever designation, well, there's about a little less than 5,000 levels currently.
But you can keep playing until you stop, and if you want more levels, you can make more levels.
Right. So, once again, it's a game with theoretically infinite replay value. Now, it's just this game is a lot stiffer than, say, a Mario game.
And of course, the content being almost entirely user-generated, you get about for every like cleverly designed and thoughtful puzzle mechanic level, there is an autoplay level or a level where you don't actually have to do anything interesting, and also a level that just kills you instantly in about 50 different ways unless you press the exact right combination of buttons.
So to mitigate this, you have a level skip feature.
Yeah, you get a limited number of level skips per run.
Still, not per run, per 10 levels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get to the next set, that refreshes. So, yeah, if you come across a level you don't like, just hit the fast forward button. I'm like, provided you don't abuse that.
And then there are also, you get 25 lives per set of 10 levels, I think. Or no, 25 lives per run, but many levels will have a heart that gives you an extra life if someone decided to put that in. And at the every 10 levels shop stop thing, one of the options is for like 100 coins. No, for 120 coins, you can buy 8
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah, the chests are lives, bullets, or hats. You know,
Not
the hat.
necessarily hats.
Yeah, well, they got hats here.
Right, but it's a loot box, and when I opened a loot box, I got 2 lives out of it.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, that's what are in the loot boxes in general, not necessarily what you're gonna get every time.
Well, no, well, there's a set chest that is 8 lives. There's a set chest that is 3 bullets, and then
Right.
there's
Yeah,
a loot box that's a random number of those things or hats.
Yeah, I'm talking about the random thing. Right. But yeah, as far as the content creation tools, it like Super Mario Maker, you have to be able to finish a level yourself in order to get it uploaded. I'm not sure if any of my colleagues did this, but I did indeed create a basic test level to see if that was the case or not. Like,
Yeah, I was mostly focused on trying to experience what other people had put up. I learned from playing Mario Maker that I do not have a ton of imagination for level design.
well, it's like I wasn't going for I wasn't going for imaginative design here. I was building something basic to see what worked. It was a straight corridor with a bunch of stalactites and a few enemies. You know, that was more testing than creating.
Mm-hmm.
Like random motorcycles.
Yep.
Indeed.
It's summer. We're going to be getting a lot of those. Sorry about that.
Anyway, yeah. So the the level variety and all that is going to be all over the charts here. That being said, there is a basic level of functionality that you know, it's a very square game, for example. It's very flat. It's one room.
Yeah, the screen doesn't scroll. Whatever level it is will be fully fit within the screen.
Yep. Once again, it's in some ways pretty basic. In other ways, it's surprisingly robust. And it's still a free experience, and for what it is, it's pretty decent. Admittedly, like the basic design isn't my style of platformer. Like, not to mention, yeah, the community being, as you would expect, likes the ultra difficult levels. The fucking Kaizo shit. So.
Mm-hmm.
And your ultimate goal here is to see how many of these levels you complete. There's a leaderboard that keeps track of each level you pass and legitimately complete. None of the if you hit the fast forward button, that doesn't count. So
right, it's how many levels you actually complete, meaning get to the exit door of, not how many levels you have to skip because the creator was a butt.
Yeah, and much like Super Mario Maker, your reward is your everything is playing these levels. Like there are no achievements in this game, so if you're looking for that, or Steam cards or anything of that sort, it's just pure. You build the level, you play the level. That's your community. Like the music, it's fine. Like that's about all I got there. Like,
yeah,
it's a nice.
the one thing that I will say kind of annoyed me a little bit is that the prices of the boxes in the every 10 level things is fixed, and how many coins people actually put in the levels they design is not.
Right.
So like sometimes you just, oh no, I went through 10 levels and did not actually get any levels with more than like a coin in them.
Yeah, and worth noting, there's no level selection either. It is one random level after another.
Yeah, which it would
Mhm.
kind of be nice if you could like search for your friends' levels or whatever.
Like I said, this is basically a diet version of Super Mario Maker.
Yeah, again, for a free thing, not bad.
Yeah, indeed, and as far as price, well, as we've been mentioning throughout this entire review, it's free, 100% free. And on that note, I would recommend this. Not only is it a free game, it's a worthwhile allocation of time. Potentially a lot of time if you get into the gameplay and the building and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking something that you don't see on display here, well, you're going to have to look elsewhere. And that's about the summation of things. So, final thoughts from the crowd.
I'm not a big fan of the control of it, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it might also just because I'm being stuck with dick levels.
In my experience, there was actually, admittedly, I had low expectations for this, but there was a better ratio of decent levels to crap levels than I expected. So,
Indeed.
Not my kind of gameplay, but yeah, was worth trying out.
Patty, remember you do have actual bullets.
I know, but
They go the whole length of the screen and whatever.
Or once again, if you don't like this level, just hit the fast forward button.
Indeed. As he's determined, though.
And yeah, I think that'll about do it for the review session this week. Coming up ahead, no Tuesday show this week. And on Wednesday, we'll be having Mike Kulas and Matt Chuslong of Revival Productions. They are currently building the game Overload, a spiritual successor to the Descent series, made by the original, some of the people who were involved in the creation of that franchise. We do have copies of the game right now. It's still in beta, early access, whatever. We had to do some special stuff to get it to work right now, beta codes and everything. And I believe only the multiplayer is available to be shown currently, and we won't be able to show footage until we get to the interview. It's we're not reviewing this until the game, until it's out of early access, which is at the end of the month. But I'm looking forward to this. I like Descent. And yeah, that'll about do it. So until Wednesday, I wish you good gaming.